What is going on Facebook? It is Monday night. It is 8:30, and it is the start of a new week. So I want everyone to go out and make it a good week, because too many times we say have a good week, but we need to make it a good week. Kathy, thank you for joining. Everyone hopping on, watching tonight, thank you in advance. It's Monday night. I know everyone's trying to get the week lined up. Wendy, thank you for hopping on. Everyone watching on replay, thank you very much. Give me a hashtag after party, because you know that's what we like to do. And tonight is super exciting because I am going to let you in on a little secret. And I would like to know if anyone right now, I have 3 of you watching so far. I would like to know if you know that one word. Drop it in the comments what one word you think will change your life. It is the simplest word you can think of. Too many people underestimate this word. And I'm going to give you 1 second. Anyone, drop it in the comments. Drop what you think it is. Even the people watching on replay, drop it in the comments. I'm going to wait a few more seconds and then I'll tell you, because I'm sure everyone wants routine. Routine's a good one. It's a good one. That will change your life, but not in the same way that this other word will change your life. 2 other people. No? The word is no. The word is no. Okay? Positive. Positive is a good one too. Okay, you guys, I'm talking no tonight. We need to use the word no more often. Like, we need to use no probably more than yes. And the reason being, it is going to lower our stress level. If you guys have not seen my cortisol video, I posted a lot of different videos over the past few years talking about ways to lower stress. You love no, Kathy. That's what I'm talking about. You used it this weekend and you felt so free. That is what I'm talking about. You guys, we are saying yes just to make everyone else feel better. We think people want to hear yes, when in all reality, when we say yes, probably 75% of the time, we really don't want to be saying yes. We want to say no, right? Can I get an amen? If you guys have said yes when you really wanted to say no, go ahead and give me the hands up emoji. Because if I don't see a million hands up on this feed, you are all lying to me. We have all done it. Angela's in the house. We're talking about how we need to say no. It will change our life. We are going to feel so much better. We are going to have a load lifted off of our shoulders. And we should be saying no on the weekly, if not on the daily, you guys. I mean, when you have someone, okay, so for instance, let's act like we're all single here. We're all on, like free, and we're on the market, and you have someone repeatedly coming up to you, flirting with you in the gym or whatever it is, and then they keep asking you out, and my sister says, hell no. That's what I'm talking about. So someone keeps coming up to you, and you know darn well you don't want anything to do with them. You're trying to be nice, and you're like, they keep messaging me, and I won't say no because I feel bad, so I'm not going to say yes yet, but I'm just going to let it linger, and I'll say, well, maybe sometime. But then that same person keeps coming up to you and annoying you and nagging you and sending you text messages and emails or whatever they're doing. And all the while, you could have shut it down right from day one and said, you know what? I'm just not interested. No, I don't want to date you. Or, you don't have to be mean about it. You can say, I'm not trying to date anyone right now. No, okay? But now we've dragged it on for months, and then not only does that person probably feel a little bit uncomfortable now, but you feel uncomfortable. You're trying to avoid the whole situation when all you had to do was say no from the beginning, right? So that's the same thing that goes with friendship. If you guys have friends that want you to come out and hang out, but you know darn well you have too many things going on, you have kids events all week, the only time you have to yourself is on Friday night. You have 2 hours, and tell him his breath is funky, as my sister said. You know what? You could be as nice or as rude as you want to be with that no. You just need to say, yeah, you just need to say no. Vicky's in the house. Thank you guys for hopping on. So yeah, like in the dating arena, when it comes to friendship even, if you know that you only have like 2 hours out of your week and it is you time, and your friends have guilt tripped you and they're like, you know, Sarah, I haven't seen you in like 3 months, and come on, good friends would come out, and you feel like obligated to go, and you just say yes, and you know the entire time you're there, you are not present, you're checking your phone because that was going to be your time to check emails and to get caught up with everything, and you're not present. So what's the point of you being there when you should have said no from the beginning? And to be honest with you, if it's a friendship thing, if they are your true friends, they're going to understand. Like the other day, I was just like in a crunch, and I needed like I had a client and I didn't have a sitter. And so I reached out to my good friend Danielle, and, you know, and I said, hey, I know I've never really asked you to watch Presley, but I have an hour and a half. My client is like 15 minutes away. I train her for an hour. Can you watch her for an hour and a half? And she was like, no, girl, I can't, you know, and she gave me a reason. But I know a lot of times people would kind of drag their feet and they're like, well, let me try to figure out what I can finagle and what I can do, because, you know, they are trying to do something kind for me and they're trying to help me out. But in all reality, it's going to put a whole wrench into her plans. It's going to prolong me from getting what I need to get done, which is finding a sitter. So she nipped it in the bud right from the get-go. And she's like, girl, I can't do it. No. And I'm like, all right, thank you. All right. Ended that text message conversation, on to the next. What can I do? I'm troubleshooting now. She was upfront with me from the beginning so I can move on. And that is, honesty is the best policy, Angela. It's so true. And you are not only making yourself feel better and relieving your own stress, but you are taking the burden off of the other person, because now they don't have to question, okay, is it a yes? Is it a no? Is it a maybe? Should I wait around? Should I like re-entertain? Should I re-ask? You are just cutting it right from the start and just being bold with it. That way everyone is in a better place. Everyone's clear. And there you go. So this goes in business as well. And I don't know how many times, you know, I'm an entrepreneur, so I have different things going. And a lot of times, I mean, every day people will email me and they have questions. They want to know what I offer online, in person, if I have something, you know, with my sales, with my supplements and all this going. And then I'll put together a nice email and I'll answer their questions. And I say, hey, you know, if you have any questions, please let me know. Tell me your thoughts. And I'm not putting this video out here to call anyone out whatsoever. But all I'm saying is that I would say about 80% of my emails that I send out or text or whatever it is, they go unanswered or no one replies back to me. So here in the very beginning, they send me their questions, I respond, and then it's crickets. Crickets, crickets, crickets. And I know we've all done it. I've done it too. If you guys have received an email or something and you have just not responded, whether you forgot or time escaped you and you're like, oh my goodness, I started emailing that person back, but then I got caught up because my daughter was pulling me in one direction. And then like months go by and you realize, oh shit, I didn't respond. And then you just said, well, screw it. At this point, I'm not going to respond. If that is you, go ahead and drop a 1 in the comments, because I can drop a million ones. I really can. And none of us should hold grudges, because life is crazy and it's just what it is. Kathy agrees. It happens all the time. Amanda agrees. But if someone would have responded back to me and they would have just said, you know what, I can't afford it, or I'm not interested, or I found someone else to help me with my, you know, they have the solution to my problem a little bit more than what you can offer. That is amazing. I love hearing, no, not interested, can't do it, can't afford it. I love it. And then I can move on, they can move on. But sometimes, and this has happened to me, where I won't respond back to someone and I'll be like at the gym, let's say. And so here, when I had like a good, you know, dynamic going with someone for like months, and then they may contact me or I contact them, and then one of us did not respond to the other, then now it's just awkward. It's so awkward, and you see that person in the gym and you're like, okay, they never responded to me, or maybe I didn't respond to them, and you're walking around and you're like trying to avoid that person at all costs because you're like, should I make eye contact? Should I like totally go up to them and be like, hey girl, like I am so sorry, I totally forgot. Or hey, I'm interested, I just didn't have I didn't have a second to look at what you sent me. If that's happened to you, to where you ran into that person and you didn't know what to do because you felt very awkward, drop a 2 in the comments, because that's happened to me specifically this week with someone. And I just want to tell her, girl, it's totally cool. Like, you didn't respond to me. It's totally fine. And actually, I did that. I did that today. I'm like, hey, life's crazy. You may respond, you may not. It's totally good. Like, it is what it is. But just know, like, you don't have to feel like uncomfortable or awkward. You don't have to avoid me because, it is what it is. So again, I know that person, so the non-responsive person is just as uncomfortable as the person who sent out the message or who asked for a favor or who asked you to go out. Whatever it is, we need to be very clear and blunt from the get-go. If you know your answer is no, you are going to be helping yourself and the other person out and everyone else out by saying no. For those of you just hopping on, we're talking about the word no being underused, and we need to use it more often in order to keep our sanity and to be better. I mean, just in life, if we keep saying yes when we don't want to say yes, we are going to be going through life not very happy, and we're not going to be present because we keep saying yes to these invites or, to business opportunities or to, working with individuals that we don't want to be a part of. Then you're not going to be happy. You're not going to be able to put your best foot forward. You are not going to be there mentally. You're going to be like, why? Okay, I'm just here because I wanted to do them a favor. But really, you're not doing anyone a favor if you are just saying yes just to say yes. So know that people like me and majority of the people out there, as you mature and you get older and you can understand why people say no, they are going to appreciate the no. And I've learned in one of these businesses, you say, why don't my kids listen to no? Say it all the time. Yes, exactly. Parents know what it is to say no. And kids just want to say yes. But anyways, I mean, as a mature human being, when someone tells you no right off the bat, I have that much more respect for that person. I'm like, thank you. And I don't know if I finished my thought before, but in one of the businesses I was a part of, I heard right from the beginning, go for the no. Go for the no. You want to hear no's. Go for the no. And now I understand it because you just want people to be upfront with you and just say no. And the same thing. So I've learned the same thing. Whereas before I would say yes to my friends and to everyone else inviting me to go places, when in all reality, I knew I have zero energy, zero desire to go hang out at that place with those people because it's not going to bring me happiness, which really, if you're not going to be happy and content doing something, why are we doing it? So I've learned to say no, and my friends know now. They're like, she doesn't care for this group of people, or she doesn't care for this location. She's going to say no, so we'll just tell her anyways, but the answer is going to be no. So they know me, and you guys should just get comfortable saying no. You really should. Stephanie, Courtney, thank you ladies for hopping on. So that's really the message that I wanted to get through tonight, was drop the yeses all the time if you do not really want to do something. And that goes with anything in life. And just be upfront with someone if they are asking you to do something and you ultimately know it's going to bring stress to your life. Say no right from the jump. Stephanie, hello, my friend. So, yeah. And Stephanie, I don't know. Well, we'll talk about this a different time, but I have had such a nice stress relief just doing certain things in my life, and I think this goes into it. So I have a challenge going. It's a cleanse challenge in my Find Your Balance group. And that was one of the things. We did a lifestyle cleansing. So it's funny because whereas before when I would do these live videos, I'd have all my girls hopping on, but now just like sporadically, I'll see a few popping on. Peggy's in the house, Katie's in the house. We're talking about saying no, ladies. You need to say no. And the more I say no, and I tell people no when I know I don't want to do something, whether it's, spending time away from my family or going out and about in crowded bars where I don't want to be, or if it's, whatever it is, if you know ultimately it's not for you, it's going to bring stress to you, say no right from the beginning, okay? So I'm not going to take up any more of your time. If you guys agree with me, go ahead and give me an amen in the comments. You were literally just going to ask about the cleanse, but not the lifestyle one. You need that too. Yes, Courtney, we'll reach out to you. But we're doing that, and starting in, what month are we in? Starting in June, the challenge is going to be all about tummy flattening. So there's going to be nutrition and exercises included in that challenge. So for those of you that don't have a clue what we're talking about right now, I have a Facebook group and it's called Find Your Balance Community. So I upload challenges every month. So there's one group challenge we do together, and it's not always exercise. Sometimes it can be nutrition. And then I upload weekly exercise routines. So Monday nights, I upload the exercise routines. Tuesdays, Thursdays, I do Facebook Lives just specific to that group based on questions. So we're doing foam rolling discussion tomorrow. And then on Wednesdays are accountability days. So it's always different. And then Fridays are recipe Fridays. And then I throw some other things in there, some random like recipes. So if I'm in the kitchen one night making dinner, I'll share it with the group and all that good stuff. But yes, amens. I'm getting a lot of amens. You guys, my challenge for you this week, carrying on through the month into next month, how many no's can you say? How many people can you tell no? And you don't want to say no if you really want to do it. But if you know deep down, there are tons of things that people ask you to do that you're like, I don't want to do that. So instead of avoiding the answer, if your answer ultimately will be no, like point blank period, I know this is never going to be what I want to do, instead of waiting 5 hours or 5 days or 5 months and avoiding and bringing that burden and that stress on into your life, nip it in the bud, tell them no right from the start, okay? Carrie Dunn, where did you go, my friend? You totally skipped town on me. No, I'm just kidding. All right, you guys, so we have a few more boot camps left. I think there's 3 more boot camps left in this series. If you guys are interested, we're in Westerville, Ohio from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. And so only 3 more left until we start a new series. I offer online training, but the group thing is really a really good, safe place. It's a good support system. So again, you guys, we don't push anything on you. It's finding your own healthy balance. And one of those things to do is saying no, okay? Just say no. Like dare, remember? Dare to keep a kid off drugs, okay? So, you get it? All right, y'all. Well, have a good night. It is Monday, which means you need to make it a good week. Don't make it a good week. Make it a great week. And don't say have a good week. Tell everyone to make it a good week, because we are going to get out of the week what we put into it, okay? So we'll talk to you very soon. Have a great night.